And that's why I invited Luther, my anger translator, to join me here tonight.
Hold on to your lily white butts.
Changing world, traditions like the White House Correspondents' Dinner are important.
I mean, really? What is this dinner? And why am I required to come to it? Jeb Bush, do you really want to do this?
Because despite our differences, we count on the press to shed light on the most important issues of the day.
And we can count on Fox News to terrify old white people with some nonsense. Sharia law is coming to Cleveland, run for the damn hills. Y'all's ridiculous.
The science is clear. 9 out of the 10 hottest years ever came in the last decade.
Now, I'm not a scientist, but I do know how to count to 10.
Rising seas, more violent storms.
You got mosquitoes, sweaty people on the train stinking it up. It's just nasty.
I mean,
we all know Barack Obama from when he was a president, and these are moments that are so good you'd believe he was a comedian.
Donald Trump is here tonight. Now, I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. But I found a really great self-help tool for this: my poll numbers. Say what you will about Mr. Trump, he certainly would bring some change to the White House. All kidding aside, obviously we all know about your credentials and breadth of experience. For example, you, Mr. Trump, recognized that the real problem was a lack of leadership. You fired Gary Busey. And these are the kind of decisions that would keep me up at night. Make clear to the Fox News table, that was a joke.
And at his peak of his presidency, he decided to visit some fans.
Take a walk. How's it going, everybody? How are you?
Stick to your guns. Stick to your guns.
How you doing? How are you? Can I shake your hand? Good to see you. How are you?
There you go. Yeah. This is the manager. The general manager.
He looks like he's in charge.
And even while a speech, he still had to make some jokes.
The pervasive fear that one illness. There you go. You okay? I'm right here. I got you. Yeah. No, you're okay. This happens when I talk too long. So in love with you. I mean, everybody's got something to say these days. Mike Huckabee recently said, people shouldn't join our military until a true conservative is elected president. Think about that. It was so outrageous, 47 Ayatollahs wrote us a letter trying to explain to Huckabee how our system works. It gets worse. Just this week, Michelle Bachmann actually predicted that I would bring about the biblical end of days. Now that's a legacy. That's big. I mean, Lincoln, Washington, they didn't do that. Recognize that this job can take a toll on you. I understand second term, need a burst of new energy, try some new things. And then my team and I talked about it. We were willing to try anything, so we borrowed one of Michelle's tricks. I thought this looked pretty good. But
And this is when he clapped back at an interviewer.
was that depressing to you, seeing one turkey kind of taken out of circulation, a turkey you couldn't eat? Who didn't get to ride the gravy train to freedom, who met their fate with courage and sacrifice and proved that they weren't chicken. It's not that bad now. Come on. No cameras, just us every year. No way I'm cutting this habit cold turkey. 6 years into my presidency, some people still say I'm arrogant and aloof, condescending. Some people are so dumb.
And these moments are just perfect.
I, on the other end, have run my last campaign. On Thursday, as Ed mentioned, I went to the opening of the Bush Presidential Library in Dallas. It was a wonderful event, and that inspired me to get started on my own legacy, which will actually begin by building another edifice right next to the Bush Library. Can we show that, please? I'm also hard at work on plans for the Obama Library, and some have suggested that we put it in my birthplace, but I'd rather keep it in the United States. But, you know, I just have to put this stuff aside. I've got to stay focused on my job, because for many Americans, this is still a time of deep uncertainty. For example, I have one friend, just a few weeks ago, she was making millions of dollars a year, and she's now living out of a van in Iowa. Meanwhile, back here in our nation's capital, we're always dealing with new challenges. I'm happy to report that the Secret Service, thanks to some excellent reporting by White House correspondents, they're really focusing on some of the issues that have come up, and they finally figured out a foolproof way to keep people off my lawn. There it is. It works. And it's not just fence jumpers. Some of you know a few months ago a drone crash landed out back. That was pretty serious, but don't worry. We've installed a new state-of-the-art security system. You know what? Let me set the record straight. You know, I tease Joe sometimes, but he has been at my side for 7 years. I love that man. He's not just a great vice president, he is a great friend. We've gotten so close in some places in Indiana, they won't serve us pizza anymore. I want to thank our host for the evening, the Chicago girl, the incredibly talented Cicely Strong. On Saturday Night Live, Cicely impersonates CNN anchor Brooke Baldwin, which is surprising because usually the only people impersonating journalists on CNN are journalists on CNN. ABC is here with some of the stars from their big new comedy, Blackish. It's a great show, but I have to give ABC fair warning. Being Blackish only makes you popular for so long. Trust me. There's a shelf life to that thing. As always, the reporters here had a lot to cover over the last year. Here on the East Coast, one big story was the brutal winter. The polar vortex caused so many record lows, they renamed it MSNBC. But of course, let's face it, there is one issue on every reporter's minds, and that is 2016. Already we've seen some missteps. It turns out Jeb Bush identified himself as Hispanic back in 2009. But you know what? I understand. It's an innocent mistake. Reminds me of when I identified myself as American back in 1961. Ted Cruz said that denying the existence of climate change made him like Galileo. Now, that's not really an apt comparison. Galileo believed the earth revolves around the sun. Ted Cruz believes the earth revolves around Ted Cruz. And just as an aside, I want to point out, when a guy who has his face on a hope poster calls you self-centered, you know you've got a problem. The narcissism index is creeping up a little too high. Meanwhile, Rick Santorum announced that he would not attend the same-sex wedding of a friend or a loved one, to which gays and lesbians across the country responded, "That's not going to be a problem." Don't sweat that one. And Donald Trump is here. Still. Anyway, it's amazing how time flies. Soon the first presidential contest will take place, and I, for one, cannot wait to see who the Koch brothers pick. It's exciting. Marco Rubio, Rand Paul, Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, Scott Walker. Who will finally get that red rose? The winner gets a $1 billion war chest. The runner-up gets to be the Bachelor on the next season of The Bachelor. I mean, seriously, $1 billion from just two guys. Is it just me, or does that feel a little excessive? It's almost insulting to the candidates. The Koch brothers think they need to spend $1 billion to get folks to like one of these people. It's got to hurt their feelings a little bit. And look, I know I've raised a lot of money too, but in all fairness, my middle name is Hussein. What's their excuse? It is wonderful to be at Master Lock. I have to say, though, it brought back some memories. You know, I was thinking about my gym locker in high school. And, you know, if you go into the boys' locker room in high school, sometimes it's a little powerful, the odor in there. So I was thinking about the fact that we weren't washing our stuff enough. And then I was thinking about, as I got older and I kept on using Master Locks, I became an even better customer because I couldn't always remember my combination. So I'd end up having to have the lock sawed off and buy a new one. So I was giving you guys a lot of business. And now, as I was looking at some of the really industrial-sized locks, I was thinking about the fact that I am a father of two girls who are soon going to be in high school. And then it might come in handy to have these super locks. For now, I'm just counting on the fact that when they go to school, there are men with guns with them. So,
if you've enjoyed this video and want to see more, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.